mouse, or that screen phone, you're watching Spread Those Wings.
My man.
Danny, are you okay? Are you okay, Danny?
Oh, Danny boy.
The wings are hopefully good.
I don't think
Is that the Danny Phantom theme song? Fucking A. Guys, episode 170 something of Spread Those Wings. We're back and live from the Tiki Bar. That's right, we got a compliment this week from our coworker Autumn. She said she likes our set at the Tiki Bar better than we're in front of a black screen. So
Great.
apparently, Ryan, you got to suck it up. If it's cold as fuck, you got to do it for the people.
I will.
You people.
You people. I'm in. I'll do it. See my breath and shit.
Guys, we are back.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're back in Satan's asshole this week. This is hot. And we're not talking about those nuclear wings. The temperature's very hot and moist. I'm sure I'm gleaming on the camera. But we went to Danny's. Not Danny's South this time, although that's the more notable of the two. That's the one you will see at Wingfest.
Mm-hmm.
But Danny's North, located over on Genesee and Cheektowaga, for not one but two episodes this week, guys.
Two.
This week we have a medium, a sweet hot barbecue, and a maple fire.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
I can smell the maple fire in the car.
Put that down and pass away some medium wings. I would say they don't look very saucy, but it looks like the sauce adhered to them pretty well.
Good word.
And Ryan, you already took a fingerful of this blue cheese, and you said it's above average.
Above
correct?
average, yeah.
So to Danny's.
Danny.
Okay. That's a really good medium. It's a good way to start the episode, because that is above average from where I thought we'd be.
Yeah.
I'll start us off here. Crisp, I'm going to go 8.5. Had a little travel to them. They definitely were not ready by the time I got there. Still took about 2-3 minutes after I paid to get them. Meat is a 9. It was a big wing, cooked very nicely. Amount of sauce, I'm going to go 7.5. It definitely soaked in the wing, but I want it to be messy. I want that amount of sauce to kill it. Flavor, I'll go 8.5. That was an above average medium. It wasn't just standard. It had a nice little amount to it, but you still got that butter to it.
Yeah.
I think this is a pepperoni. It's just my water cap.
Technically 102 for 60 wings, so I mean, it's not the cheapest, it's not the worst. It's around like $1.50 a wing, I think.
That's fine.
I'd give it an 8. I'd definitely buy those again. I'll come in with 83. Raro Daddy.
So it's not terrible. It's not great. But I would order these again.
What?
Sorry, I don't know if I said would, but I would order these again. Overall, pretty decent wing. I just wish it was a little more saucy. That's my only real gripe with it. It could have just been the drums. I don't know. He usually eats the flats. Could have been better presentation with the flats. But anyways, I'm going to go with a 8 on the crisp. Pretty good crisp to it for the drive. I was in the back trying to hand saw them open with a little knife. It didn't go well. To try to keep the steam from staying inside. Meat, I will go with an 8 as well. The drum that I had was a decent size. Sauce, I'm going to go with a 7. Wish it was a little more saucy. I think I would have enjoyed the flavor a bit more with more of the sauce. And then sauce, I'll go with a 7.5. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I think it's enough to get them passing grade. And then I'm going to go with a 7.5 as well on the price, just because it's $1.50 a wing. In the wing economy, bring your prices down. That's what I'll say. 76.
Captain Gage.
For the crisp, I am going to go an 8.5. Given the amount of time it took to get back here, well done. The amount of meat, it was cooked very well, considering these type of containers we've seen in the past don't really do well with the wings, but I'm gonna go a 9. Like I said, it was just cooked almost perfectly, almost a perfect 10. You know, the amount of sauce though, you know, I do need more on there. It soaked into the wing well. I'm gonna have to go a 7. You need more on there, but the flavor, it didn't like. Even though it didn't have a lot of sauce on it, the flavor itself was very solid. I'm gonna go an 8 for the flavor. Like it just mixed well with the buffalo. That's what you get in a medium. Also, like with the butter, and plus with it being as crispy as it is, that definitely soaked into the wing as well. But yeah, very solid. And the price, an 8. I would pay for those again for a 81 total. Not bad.
Yeah, I didn't really know what we were going to walk into here. It's nice to see that they have a different flavor from just a standard, and that's something good to know going into something like a maple fire or next week's wings or
Sure.
even this sweet hot barbecue.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to handle there. It's not a very saucy barbecue. It looks almost like
Yeah,
a
that's
hot
interesting.
sauce style barbecue. It's a very runny barbecue.
I don't know if I want to do blue cheese right now.
Yeah, there's always room for 2.
It
So.
was between this one and
The bourbon glaze.
bourbon glaze.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I do like that. Their meat is phenomenal. They are very good at cooking wings.
Yeah.
Right, if you would like another one, if you did not dip, go for it, because you're definitely intending on getting all the flavor profile first.
Definitely a lot better with blue cheese.
The blue cheese pairs very nicely with it.
So this barbecue reminds me of the Kansas City style barbecue.
A vinegary, runnery one. I don't think any of the words I just said are very real.
I understand what you're saying. It has that same type of flavor too.
And texture. And I think Kansas City generally has that watery, like very heavy watered down vinegar. Right, did you want another one with yours or?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm okay.
Do you want to give us a support?
Sure. The crisp, I'm still going to go. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit higher. I'm going to go a 9 for the crisp. I was very impressed, one, with the crunch and with it being a barbecue. You know, sometimes it overcompensates with how saucy it is, but this did a good job throughout. The amount of meat, I'll go an 8.5. They know how to cook their wings. That I have zero problems with. The sauce, there was enough on there. I'm gonna go with 8 for the sauce. I don't know what I would have done differently, but I wouldn't really. Maybe a bit
Less watery?
less watery. Yeah,
I was going to say, look at the bottom. It is all in there. It's accumulated.
Right,
It kind of just slicks right off. You get it, but it's not like...
Is it thick? It looks thick
No,
when you
it's,
lifted it.
it's very
No.
watery. As soon as I lifted it, it all kind of ran down.
No, I expected it to be thicker. You know?
Yes.
But it's fine. Now the flavor, this is where I kind of battled a bit because it's not as hot as I would like. You know, when I expect hot barbecue, I'm expecting like for that to linger for quite some time. It was the taste, but the thing is though, I don't know if I'm really a fan of the barbecue itself. It's not horrible, but it's just not my style really.
It's not your forte.
Yes.
Not your math forte.
Yeah, it's not my math forte. I'm not going to completely kill it. I'm still going to give it an 8 because it's a good flavor. I would just like a little bit more heat and just a better barbecue flavor overall. But it's not, I wouldn't say this is bad. And then a 7.5 for the price. But overall, it was solid. That's going to be an 82 total.
It's a solid one. I'll go next because it's it's. I think I'm going to be very similar to you on this, Ryan. First and foremost, the kudos have to go to them. They're very good at cooking wings. I'm going to go 7.5 on the crisp. It was a little less crispy than the medium. It's to be expected with the barbecue, but they still managed to get a decent crisp on the barbecue. Sure. I'm going to go 8.5 with the meat and the quality of the meat. Whoever your wing vendors are, keep them coming. That's a really good wing. Amount of sauce, I am going to go 9. I'm going to agree with you on that. It's weird to hear you say you wanted a thicker, stickier sauce,
right,
but at the same time you do. It's when you look at the bottom of there, all the sauces at the bottom, it's not catching it, but there's a really good flavor to the sauce. So I wanted it to hold a little better. Flavor, I'm going to go 8 as well. I want to like it more.
Right.
I do like it. I think in a different name, it's good. I think we have to visit the Brian Pisner School of False Advancement here. Call the OG Jolie up, see what he's got to say about this wing. The OG Jolie would tell you that this should have, if they would have just said, hey, we have Kansas City barbecue, that's on the head what this wing is. Yeah. It's sweet heat barbecue. And, it's good, but I will agree with Ryan to say, it was more sweet and tangy than it was sweet and hot.
I almost would like a little bit sweeter and then the hot finish.
I think it was, you definitely got the sugar molasses to it, but,
yeah.
It's very overpowering.
It was fine, but, that's the thing, yeah, right.
I go 8.5. I liked the wing in general, but it's not necessarily the correct advertisement. I'll give it an 81. Gary?
So, I didn't dislike this barbecue, but it made me expecting more. I just
more
wanted
to be desired.
More to be desired. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I heard.
I wanted more heat to it. Definitely got the sweet flavor. Not something I would probably order again, just because I know what it tastes like, and I'm not very impressed with it. But there's room for improvement with it, so there's that. Crisp, I will go with a 7. It really wasn't extremely crispy, but it wasn't under crisp, so go with a 7. Meat, I'm going to go with an 8.5. Still I had 2 solid drums there. Sauce, I will go with an 8.5 as well. It was well sauced. It's just the thickness of the sauce was not
the downfall.
Yeah, it
threw me off.
Basically, the downfall.
Oh, that's all.
It's not my style when it comes to barbecue. I became a barbecue snob lately since starting the show. And flavor, I'll be generous. I'll go with an 8 because I did like the flavor, but because I wouldn't order it again, it's just not. It's leaving me with more to be desired.
That false advertisement.
Right, I want the heat.
Investment.
It's just, to me, it's like a regular barbecue. I didn't really get the heat. And then price, I'm going to go with a 7.5 because it's expensive, and I probably wouldn't buy it again.
You're going to come in with a 79. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're all in the same neighborhood here. If this is Mr. Rogers, we're all in the land of make-believe, or whatever hell his name.
Land Before Time.
That's a dinosaur movie. That's not even
good
close.
dinosaur movie.
I'm going to go with 2 of them here. So take that. I'm going to grab this because this one's very saucy and that one's going to go in the blue cheese.
All right.
What is this?
Maple Fire.
That looks great.
I've definitely had... Oh.
I'm for sure getting 2.
Oh.
Because I don't want to put one on the cheese.
Oh, that is delicious.
That is intriguing.
Huh.
Wow. Holy shit.
You know what's weird? Is I don't initially get a maple flavor, but it's very sweet.
That's really good.
That's like nothing I've ever tasted before.
It's like eating cereal if it had spiciness to it. I don't know how to explain it.
Like a honey nut Cheerio
Yeah.
with spice.
Yes.
You're not selling me on it from across the room with that.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it's good.
Really hot too. I'm
No,
not
take
wet, sweating. You know.
I have the hiccups, but it's not like overbearing. I just get hiccups every time I eat something hot.
Yeah.
If that heat was on that wing,
We're talking. Then we're talking.
yeah, right.
I'm trying to think of what exactly that is. Like I've had that flavor, but
Jalapeno.
I've never had it out. Yeah, it's got some jalapeno as the heat for sure.
That's why I'm getting hiccups, because jalapenos give me hiccups. I must have some sort of like reflex action. I don't know.
This is delicious. Oh my.
They did a great job at mixing the flavors.
That's. Wow. That's a wing you could put 20 in front of me, and I would polish 20 without feeling a thing. It's got the right level of heat where the next day you're going to know it was there, but it's not going to immediately creep on you now. The flavor's fantastic. Wow. I can't say wow enough. Holy shit.
Honestly, I want that on a steak.
You're always trying to put.
Or there's a steak
I'd love
sauce.
that on a sticker. I'd love that on a sub.
Yeah, but a steak would hit different.
Gary, let us know.
Crisp, it wasn't. That's the only thing about it, is we lose a little crisp there. It is the last wing of the show, but it's a thicker sauce. It's almost like a barbecue sauce. When it comes to this wing, we do lose a little crisp. That's the only thing about it I have gripes with. That being said, I'm going to go with a 7 on the crisp. Meat, I'm going to go with an 8. I had 2 wings that were a little bit smaller than the other ones, but not by much. So, 8 on the crisp. Sauce, I'm going to go with a 9. The amount of sauce on it, and it gets in the wing, they did perfect. If they could do that to the barbecue wing, now we're talking. Flavor, I'm going to go with a 9.5. Very hot. I shouldn't say very hot. It's hot enough to enjoy. That's the perfect amount of heat that I want on any kind of wing that you label hot. I would pay for those again. Did I say flavor? Or did I
Yes.
say sauce?
Yeah, you went 9.5 on flavor. It's price.
Price, I would pay for those again. I think I've been doing 7.5s for all of them, so I'm going to do an 8 on those, just because I really enjoyed those wings.
83 from you?
83.
Captain Cajun.
Yeah. So the crisp, definitely going to take a hit there, unfortunately. That I will go a 7, which that's fine. The amount of, or the meat, that'll go an 8.5. That they still know how to cook their wings. It's very tender throughout, which is always a plus. The amount of sauce, it's very interesting. I didn't really expect the hot barbecue to be like that, and this to be like, the maple. I expected like a maple, like a sticky, like a stickier, but it makes
Almost like when you get like a garlic honey. You
Yes,
get that very
exactly.
sticky to the garlic.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. Goodness, you all right?
Yeah, I went down the wrong pipe.
But it covered the wing throughout, very solid. There was enough on there. I'm gonna go an 8. And the flavor, they mixed the flavors very well here. One didn't overtake the other. It started off very, very sweet, but a couple more seconds, you definitely felt you did feel the fire, and I feel like we had stated, it may be the jalapenos, and they mixed some stuff together. Either way, very good. I'm gonna go a 9 for the flavor. It was solid, even though it was crazy. It was a bit too hot, but the flavor itself, the heat is worth it in this case. Anything hotter, it would be like in the 7 to low 8 range. I would pay for those again. I would go at 8 for the flavor as well. I mean, I'm sweating mainly because it's a bit hot.
it's
in this wonderful
it's
garage.
muggy.
But
You're an
no, it
81.
was an 81 total. Well done.
I'm going to come out and be an absolute homer here. I'm going to go 7.5 on the crisp. It's definitely the one thing that's really lacking. I'm going to go 8.5 on the meat. Every wing we've had has been very good, very well cooked.
Sure.
I'm going to go 9 on the sauce and 9 on the flavor. I would love to give it a little more, but I want a little more maple to develop.
Sure.
That's the only thing I can ask.
No, I
the
gotcha.
heat is if we're talking the heat, if this is an extra hot, if this is that extra hot on next week, that's a 10. That is as advertised, spot on, everything you could ask. Therefore, you are lacking a little maple. I'm going to go 9. But I'm going to go 9. I would pay for that over and over again. That's an 86 for me.
Yeah,
I-
I'm impressed.
I'm
That was good.
jacked up from that wing.
That was
That
good.
wing was delicious.
I didn't expect that. Just like that wing completely, like by the look of it, I don't know. When I saw like maple, I'm thinking like a more of a glaze, like you said, like a honey.
So I guess you are maybe closer to a glaze, but it's like a watery glaze. I think that's what made the sauce a 9 for me. Is like, it's not as expected, and it's better than expected. Like it's, you hear maple, and like you're right. Your mind immediately goes to like, oh, I'm gonna need a bunch of wet naps. Like, that was money.
So I thought of the like the maple bacon one from O'Neill's. That's what my mind went to. Or I think it was the breakfast. No, it was the breakfast wing. It was a breakfast wing. That's what my mind went to. So when I saw sauce, I was definitely intrigued, and they lived up to the hype there.
Captain Cajun, give us your rundown.
PIZZ243 on all social media platforms.
Black Rock Joe on Twitch.
Black Rock Joe on Twitch.
Ah, shit!
My hand.
You weren't going to let him get away, are you?
Who?
Without taking shots.
I already said the OG Jolie a few times.
Yo, I
didn't keep saying the
I
OG.
had a zero.
I was like,
clue.
who is disappearing?
I
You're not
had
gonna let him
zero
get away,
clue.
right? Maybe?
Fantasy beasts and where to find them.
We're working on getting back on back.
Yeah, we're gonna be back. Fantasy season is gonna be back soon. Before you people know it,
people.
they'll be back in business. Shout out to our guy at Chicken Dippin', Kyle Kruger, the homie. Meeting up with our other friend Sugar in New York.
Right around the corner for us.
New York City, just right down the
Just
road.
right down the road.
A solid 7-8 hours away. Those wings didn't look horrible.
I didn't even see the wings.
No,
No.
no, they didn't look horrible. They use these lovely chicken dippins that you can use the code 716 to get 15% off.
On the car.
Not your car insurance, but these wonderful chicken dippin' ramekins. Shout out to
Ramekers.
Angel Wing Sauce. I believe it's AWS.
AWS wing sauce?
AWS Wing Sauce on Instagram. She's actually been posting quite often, I noticed lately. Shout out to our guy Jack Bates, because he just seems like a good dude, and anytime that you recognize us at wingfest, I'm happy. So, yeah, that's all I got this week. Gary, what do you got, big guy?
All right, now that I collected my
Your throat,
my
man.
throat,
Oh,
yeah.
sir.
Tiki Tribe TV
I can't believe you're
Pro.
gonna let that get away.
I let everything get away. I'm slow. Tiki Tribe
Love the
TV
honesty.
Pro.squarespace.com. That's where all of our podcasts are at. If you want to find different styles of podcasts, they're all on there. Pisner kind of named most of them. I think there's a couple others
course,
that
Pisner TV.
he might have missed, but at the moment I'm not thinking about it. But that's it for me.
Shout out to the missing podcasts off that link. Shooting for the Hip Toss, that should be finished and up for the first episode soon. That'll probably be like a monthly thing. I don't think I have the time
No,
or
understandable.
focus to do that
Yeah.
more that often.
That one's a wild animal documentary.
No.
Sure,
No.
sure is, yeah.
Shooting at the cheetah, that's the wild animal documentary
Oh.
you're thinking
Ah.
of. Nickel City Para Crypto Pod. We haven't got any further on that one.
Three dudes, one diaper.
I don't know. Where
I
that one's
don't
coming
think
from,
that's
but
a real thing.
is it, I have a lot of questions about that. We're gonna let that one slide. I almost said talking trash. I still want that to come back, but most of my co-hosts I can have for that are slowly disappearing. Shout out to There's a Draft in Here. There's definitely not a draft in here.
Oh, no.
It is. It
Quite
is
the contrary.
fucking muggy. Shout out to Genetic Therapy Sessions Buffalo.
Yep.
Shout out to Kyle at Chicken Dip, as we said. Shout out to our dude Nikki. 2 scoops. I got the Dairy Princess the other night.
Milk Princess.
Milk Princess. It's nowhere as good as Nikki.
No, not even close.
Hit him up all the time.
Yeah.
Although
Tell
there's
him
a
we sent
peanut
you.
butter shortage.
I saw that.
Some bullshit.
Why
Fuckery.
is he out of the peanut butter?
They're not making it through Perry's. There's not enough peanut butter. Fuck.
Tell him we sent
So
you.
he's
He knows
out
us.
of that peanut butter.
What?
ice
Said,
cream?
tell him we sent you. He knows us.
Oh yeah.
He's so pumped to see me every single time that I go in there.
Did I say shout out to Genetic Therapy
Sure
Session? Okay, shout out to Jack Bates. Hit him up for his lawn care or snow removal. Let's snow buffalo or let's grow buffalo. He's got you covered.
Brilliant.
Jack, I do not want your reservations at Atomic Wing. Thank you very much for the offer, but
Oh.
we don't want that. He messaged me as soon as the episode went up. Thanks for the shout out. I have a reservation for us at Atomic Wing. And I said, you are the devil. No thank you. But I think that'll do it for this episode, guys. Gary! Until next time, you keep on spreading those wings. Or spread your legs.
Consensually.
Peace out, guys.
Cue the music.